And let me just go on and tell you this, because I fear that some of y'all actually believe everything on the internet. Your husband is enough. He gets up at 3 a.m., goes to work all day, comes home to you. That's a good man. Now, he may not be out here making you all these cute little baskets for every occasion. He's not planning all these cute little date nights, but he does take the time to send you good morning texts. He does literally give you whatever you want. You just got to give him some directions. He's not the sappy note lovey-dovey kind, but he is the, oh, that's my wife, yeah, I'm gonna take care of her kind. And that is enough. Heck, that's probably better than the lovey-dovey, gushy cards, flowers, candy.
So let me justify why I chose this video, right? First of all, I had this in the pocket and I didn't think that I would be, talking about this. But Quentin was like, skip it, I'm enough, what I do is enough or whatever, so on and so forth. So this is inspired by Quentin. But also, the reason why I asked this question at the bottom and I said, what's the minimum for being a good man or a woman? Is because I'm about to share it with y'all. It's the comments, right? Because I always like to look at the comments on some of these videos. And I want to
The
see
women
what the
agree.
sentiment is between women
No, the women
and what
disagree.
they say and all of that stuff. So let me share with y'all a few of the comments after she said that that's good enough, right? No lies, just fries. Says a man going to work and coming home is quite literally the bare minimum. What?
What do
Wow.
you want from me?
Hold on. And then it's kind of a debate in the comments because that got 621 likes. Delaney Peacock says he makes sure the car never declines, and I make sure he's always fed and clean clothes. The kids are taken care of.
I like that.
She says my husband is not a romantic man, but he's a man who pays attention to what I need in a moment, and he does everything in his power to provide it.
I like
Lillian
that.
says getting up and going to work and coming home is the bare minimum. I'm doing that myself.
She's single.
Wow.
And Gwen says that if he wanted to, he would, saying has gone way too far.
It's the truth.
All of this, right? So it's a lot of different conversations that's being had. And what she said is basically him going home or going to work and coming home doesn't make him necessarily a good man. It makes that the bare minimum. And so that's why I chose this video. And that the question is, what is the minimum or what we identify as a good man or a good woman?
They
So
don't
I
like a
wanted to
good
add the
man.
context in that.
Ladies?
I think 100%. It's contingent on like the woman perceiving it, and I would think like her previous life experiences kind of like scopes what that looks like. Like if your mama had it all, you probably it probably looks different than just going to work and coming home and type of thing. If you're broke, then coming home and just doing it at the bare minimum, what that comment said is probably okay for 85% of women, I would say.
Yeah, but even the broke women who don't have money believe a man just paying the bills, just going to work and paying the bills is the bare minimum. They believe a man is only a good man if he does everything they want, the expensive trips, the expensive Chanel bags, giving them money and not telling them to do nothing. That's a good man. But a man who holds them accountable is not a good man. A man who manages the money and how much they spend is not a good man. They believe a man is only good if he lets them do whatever they want. So even the broke women.
Like you go to work, come home, bills are paid, like that's good. Then there's like a 15% that like they want all the other stuff included with the going home, and they want trips, and they want cars, and they want all the emotional stuff. They want you to come home and like
Be a
push all their
therapist.
emotional buttons as a woman, all that stuff. So find a woman who likes you for you. Or if you're having a hard time, find a woman, change for whatever woman you want. I'm an advocate of that for both men and women.
For changing for the woman that you want.
Yes, and man, like if you want that woman and that woman wants you to be this, do that.
Hmm.
Same for women. If you want that man and that man wants you to do that, like this woman wants me to have abs. So if you want that woman, you better go find some abs. You better get some abs. Or you ain't gonna have that woman. Like I'm like, don't change like who you are, like the nature of who you are. But I'm all about you probably need to do some revisions for the person you want. So
I agree. I mean, no one should change for anyone. I mean, unless, I mean, there's certain things you should change. For example, if you're overweight, you probably should change for yourself. It shouldn't be a man or woman telling you that you need to lose weight. I mean, that goes without saying. But at the same time, if you lose weight and you're always in the gym, because losing weight and maintaining, keeping off the weight takes effort, and eating right and being in the gym, and then the other person is going to complain. Usually women complain, oh my God, he's always in the gym, he doesn't make time for me, he's always eating right, he doesn't want to go eat out. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. I rather you don't change for anyone, because if you try to change at some point, they may hate the fact that you changed and you keep up the discipline.
if you want a woman who wants more than that, you probably should do more than that. I yield my time.
I
I
had to go back
agree.
and
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. You
No,
go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say it's just like Quentin said, it depends on the woman. Some women are like, oh, he's breathing, great, that works. And then some women are like, I mean, it's true. And then you have some women who are like,
Great.
I don't know, low six figures. Yeah, it's not enough. So it really is contingent on the woman.
Yeah, but majority
I
want
feel
more than six
The
figures.
question still exists. What is the bare minimum for a good man or woman, in your opinion?
It's a
I
good question.
rewatched the video because I had to rewatch it. I think everything she said was the bare minimum. The whole
Wow.
video was the bare minimum. Like that's the bare minimum a man should be doing.
So it's
And
not
she made it
enough.
sound like men have to be babied through things or handheld through things.
That's not what she said.
I mean, I got what she was saying to an extent, but everything was the bare minimum.
I Are you done, Molly? I only spoke on men. It's time to get on the women. I think the bare minimum woman, Kevin said it best. Keep my balls empty and my belly full. That's all I need.
Really?
But you guys know the bare minimum thing is only something women talk about. Women use that phrase. Men never use that phrase. And the main reason men don't use that phrase is because men can go with the times. Unless you find a crazy man, but most men know their wife is not going to cook every single day. There are times they're going to eat out. In other words, the things men want from women, whether it's the cooking, the food, or the sex, those are, I think, the main two things. I may be listening and not arguing with them. They know those things can change anytime, right? It doesn't have to be perfect every single day. So one day she may want to give you some sex, maybe she doesn't want to. Maybe she wants to cook, maybe she's too tired to cook. So men are understanding of those things. But the things women want from men, they want men to do them every single day. So I think that's where the difference comes, and that's where the disconnection comes. The things women want from men, they expect men to be like robots and deliver every single day, and it's not fair. And they don't care.
Yeah, and they could just feed me and fuck me. They don't give a shit about nothing else. Well, shut up. Shut up. Probably shut
Yeah,
up.
that one. Don't argue with me.
I digress. That's it. I don't need a lot from a woman. I don't like hold my pinky finger in public when we out. Like, I don't know. Like, it ain't a lot that I require.
Mhm.
I did meet a woman and she told me she didn't cook. I said, "We ass out then, because I don't either." You're on mute, Miss Sanchez.
I think she's talking to the other people.
Oh,
So I guess,
okay,
Anton,
gotcha.
to answer your question, the bare minimum would be if most people do this and it's expected by most people, I think that's the bare minimum. I think most people expect their person to go to work. I think most people expect their person to come home. So that would make that the bare minimum. It's just like, a woman having a baby and she's like, but I fed it today. That's what you're supposed to do. That's bare minimum. That doesn't make you a good parent because you fed your kid. This is
But
what people are expecting you to do.
So what's the bare
So
minimum
what's
to
the
be considered
a,
a good
a
a
good
good yeah.
I feel like the word bare minimum like insinuates like there's like a negative connotation, but like is the bare minimum like most people is that bad?
Yeah, that's what women say.
No, but it's something that's expected no matter what, like you should be doing.
Hmm.
You're a husband. There's certain things you just should be doing because you took on that title.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
mine
and
it
the
out.
same with women,
What
you know,
what's the
certain
bare
What's the
things
minimum
they
what's
for
say
the bare
should
women?
be
minimum for a
done.
woman for you, Molly? For like
Good
a woman
question.
on the woman's side.
The bare minimum,
Yeah, on the woman's side. Like what should women
um,
be doing?
assisting him with his needs. I think that's the bare minimum, whatever that looks like.
What
It's the bare
else?
minimum. Now, if
Is
you want
that
to do
it?
a little bit extra, whatever, but that's the bare minimum.
Like a little ceiling fan action.
That shouldn't make a woman special because she's like making sure he's taken care of so he can go out in the world and do what he got to do. Like that's the bare minimum. I
What
cook for
else?
him. Okay.
bare minimum?
That's the bare minimum.
hmm
You know,
Cooking
so
and keeping your house clean,
that's
bare
the bare
minimum.
minimum. Like,
And taking
I don't
care of the
know.
kids too. That's the bare minimum.
Yeah.
I agree.
No sex?
Disagree. Cooking and cleaning is necessary for anybody. I don't think that's a standard for a woman. It's necessary for anybody. You need to know how to cook and clean. You're an adult.
Yeah, you need to know how to do those things. But if you have a wife, and you're working and she's not, you're gonna want her to do those things. Yes, it's
But
good.
that's not the bare minimum of being a good husband or wife.
No,
That's
but
literally like the bare minimum of being a human being.
I I I would say that you're wrong, Slimmy. Like I'm old as fuck, and I can say I like y'all are gonna judge the fuck out of me. In my whole life, I've probably cooked 2 meals. In my whole entire life, I probably
You know
cooked
what?
twice.
You might not
You
qualify
don't
for the
have to know how to in
conversation.
2025. You don't
You
have
might not
26.
you
You
don't
don't have to
qualify
know
for
how to
this
cook.
conversation.
You
Then
don't have to know how to cook.
no, it's all good. No, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You do. You're an adult. You need to know how to cook and clean.
I think
Like
so.
that is not a bare minimum to be a
Especially
good
cleaning.
person to your spouse. We
okay,
can't
but
do
what
that.
if you get somebody that
So
doesn't know those things? I mean, you want those qualities.
why would
So
you get a person like that though? You gotta think about that. Why
But
would you
what if
get
they
somebody
make
who
sure
don't know
that
how to
you
cook and
eat?
clean?
but it's people out here that don't know how to cook and barely know how to
That's true.
clean.
What I'm saying
Houses
is why
that
would you get somebody
carpet
like
ain't
that
been
though?
cleaned in 20 years. Bathroom got the pee stains on the side. It's people out there like that.
And I guarantee you in a relationship that motherfucker gonna fail.
Nah, somebody gonna take that dirty
Because
hair.
you gonna clean up piss behind an adult? Who gonna do that? And
Well,
you
let's
gotta
talk
and you
about
gotta
who's
take care of
peeing on the
kids.
toilet.
You say what?
I said, let's talk about who's peeing on the toilet.
I don't understand that. I don't
Human beings wanna clean in the gut.
yeah, I don't understand that. Like, come on, bro.
There's a someone talking. I'm sorry.
No,
I
I'm
thought that was-
queuing up the video for the next
There's
Oh,
a
okay.
there's a meal prep store on like every corner around here, so I don't really need to.
I mean, it gets expensive. I kind of agree with Slimmy. Every man and woman should know at least how to make an egg, or at least how to make a rice. I mean, they're rice cookers for a reason. Oh, how to make up a little bit, just even baking chicken, like the bare minimum any human being should know, especially cleaning after yourself, man or woman. Now, I get it. Yeah, you want a wife who's going to be able to clean, but let's say she's sick. Is the house going to stay dirty, or are you going to have to hire a maid to clean up? You know, so I agree with Slimmy. Every human being, man or woman, should be able to at least be able to make up a meal and not starve to death, not have to always order DoorDash, or at least clean up after themselves.
That's what I was going to ask, Lemmy. What if she's making sure that you're fed, but she's not cooking? Then what?
How?
That ain't shit. I could do that. How is she making sure that I'm fed if she's not cooking? She going to she's just
The
getting
food is showing
takeout?
up on the
Well,
plate.
I
You just
think we
getting
can all
takeout?
agree that the bare minimum is something that everyone can do. So you're not really saying nothing.
You say what?
I said the bare minimum is something that everyone does, so you're not really saying nothing.
No, I'm saying a lot. I think people just have low standards. If you accepting somebody that can't cook or clean, that's some bullshit.
Okay, so what's your bare minimum that you would accept
So the bare minimum for a woman or a man?
for you that
Either.
you would
The question
accept?
is or both.
Well, I'm not gonna personalize it. So you want me to do a woman or a man?
We want you to do
Both.
both.
Okay, I'll start with the man. Men, we need to be able to protect and provide. So that's the first thing out the gate. You better have your shit together, and you better have your shit together for at least about 5 to 7 years, like, and then have a plan after that. So it's long term. You got to really be able to take care of a woman, and in hoping of that, if you want to have children, you better have more than just your job. You better have stocks invested. You better be able to have money put away for a child to go get their education later on down the line. You got to really have shit in order. If you are, why are you making faces?
I haven't interrupted you, so it shouldn't matter.
Okay,
You want
cool.
me to interrupt you
You
and
was looking
talk instead
crazy.
of making faces?
You was looking crazy. No, you're right. You
Uh,
good. You go good. Stay on mute. But okay. As far as a woman, I would say women is difficult because you could easily just be like, oh, you just need to be nurturing and take care of kids. But the woman is sort of like a balance. So I would say you got to be able to manage your temperament
Your
so that
emotions.
sometimes when things aren't going as, I would say, planned, you're not causing extra stress. You got to be a relief for the man
Yeah,
almost because
emotions,
he's out
peace.
here. Most men, they out here doing their thing. And, sometimes the weight of the world can get to him, but he doesn't necessarily want to be combative. He doesn't necessarily want to be uh talked to either. He just needs you to understand that sometimes he gonna need his space,
And shut
and
up.
he gonna need you to
To shut up. I agree with Slimmy actually. I mean, because I know most men talk about cooking and cleaning, but they always, and that's the part women don't like. Because women are going to think about it in the sense of, oh, so now you don't want me to express my opinions, you don't want me to express my emotions, you don't want me to speak, you don't want me to have a say so. No, it's not about that. It's about the fact that if you want me to protect and provide and I do my job, one of the things I need from you is less stress. Let me look forward to coming home instead of coming home and staying in the driveway in the car for 2 hours because I'm afraid the moment I get into the house, it's going to be something you're going to argue about. It's going to be something you want to fight about. It's going to be some nagging. It's going to be, oh, you left your socks on the floor. If I'm already protecting and providing, the last thing I want is to come home and fight you. I already fought the world. So I think that should be the bare minimum. Ladies, do you agree? Bare minimum? You should be able to shut the fuck up sometimes. I should be able to I should be excited to leave work and run to my wife at the house because I'm excited. It's peace and quiet and freedom at the house. But if I'm fighting the boss at work and coming home to fight you, I think that's not worth providing and protecting.
must just do your job. So whatever that looks like, be on point. And that could be just taking care of the kids. It depends on y'all situation. But, you know, that's just what I think.
I agree.
no, that's good.
Yeah, I like that. Lex, what about you?
I don't know. The bare minimum I would think for a good man would be safety and order. That's the first thing that came to my head because safety, just making you feel like you don't have anything to worry about, is something for me. So, and to have order to make sure that like you can always look at him and everything is routine, going to work or whatever that looks like for him, whatever that looks like for his day to in his basically you being part of his world is like bare minimum for a good man for me.
What about
No
the
man
woman?
has to really include you in his purpose or where he's going. So if that person is like, hey, I'm gonna rock with you, I don't know. I just think that's pretty much like surface level bare minimum for me.
What about the woman?
Everything else is a gift on top of that.
What about for a woman?
Here we go.
Or a good woman, um,
You don't know.
bare minimum, just all the basic things. Uh, just making sure the house is in order, cleaning,
She
um,
doesn't know.
making
She
sure
doesn't
he
know.
don't have to come home to no questions like, "Hey, why does it looking this way?" You know,
Okay.
making sure his needs are met. I guess that's just like the bare minimum for a woman. Because to go above and beyond that is like entering him into your spirit, like
All right.
praying for him and mm, making sure like you and when people just cook, I don't think that's just like I don't know, it's kind of it's fake deep. And I hate going deep all the time. But I be thinking about stuff like that, like, okay, based on his height, his weight, his age, how can I make sure that I'm weighing the food, meal prepping, even though he don't think about this stuff, but cucumbers, they hydrate you. When you bake an apple in the middle of the night and he sleep on that, his digestive system is straight. Because your gut is your second brain. So me thinking all these little small corny things maybe like extra, but I think that would make a basic good woman for the bare minimum.
How about being a man's piece? That should be the bare minimum. How about being submissive? That should be the bare minimum. You guys notice how they struggle to mention the bare minimums for a woman, and they always go back to the cooking and the cleaning. But being a man's piece, being submissive, being feminine, I think those should be added to the list of bare minimums women should do for men. The same way they're quick to mentioning protecting and providing, because those are very key in a relationship or marriage or household. A man's bare minimum are really literally the foundation. So I believe if a man is going to be expected to provide and protect, they should be something of similar strength and importance a woman gives to a man, and nothing better than a submissive and listening peaceful woman, in my opinion, because it's not easy to protect and provide. What do you guys think about that? Anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels, link down below. Let's move on. Let's go to Lapif.
Funny enough, I disagree with True and I disagree with Saint because I disagree that it's not relevant to bring up his culture or where he's from as he's speaking, because he's quite literally speaking from a place of ignorance. And that's the main thing. If ignorance is your driver, that's going to be problematic. If you don't approach a culture with curiosity and you believe you know more about that culture, especially what you've learned from YT people and YT media or white media, you are going to have an issue. You're going to come off as tone deaf. You're going to come off as ignorant, which is exactly what he did. As I said, he contradicted himself in his exact statement. But what I also disagree with is you can't call it disparaging if that's quite literally what you're doing. You're disparaging them. You said they're irrelevant and then relevant at the same time. You said they have no resources, but yet you enjoy the country. Like it is this back and
No,
forth.
that's incorrect. You just misstated that. You said I said they're irrelevant and relevant at the same time. You'd have to clarify that.
Let me finish though. Thank you.
Mm.
Anyways, so you are contradicting yourself by saying it's not to disparage them. I love that. No. You are disparaging them because what people do when they're typically xenophobic is you're the nice ones. But as soon as somebody makes me upset, I'm going to throw out every single xenophobic trope there is to throw out in order to offend you. And that is quite literally what you're doing while also saying, I have Black friends like the YT people do. So it's not, that is what you're doing, sir. So let's just call a spade a spade. If you want to disparage them this whole time, disparage them, but don't say you're not doing it while we see and hear you doing it. That's not honest.
Let's get into it. So you said xenophobic. What does xenophobic mean?
Finish up real quick by saying
Oh, because you took a break. I thought you were finished. My
another
apologies.
thing that's included in culture is hair. So whether or not I have it black, blonde, blue, purple, green, it's mine. And I'm going to do it what I please. What's funny is you sat here today saying we have a dominant culture, while just last week you wanted to shame the fact that I had a blonde wig on my head. I will have every color on my head, and you don't get to tell me how Black I am.
I see. You're offended from last week. Now,
Oh,
this
yes,
makes
I
sense
am.
why your
And I'm glad I
behavior
was
is
here to
changed.
address you because you said it
Aha,
while I was not
I
on the
see.
panel. So
Very
yeah,
good.
I addressed you
So
now that
you're offended from last week. That's extraordinary. I hate that you were angry for. You just said that you'd
I
stop
have it here and
talking.
you don't.
You just said you would stop talking. Thank you very much. It's a shame that you had to be angry for an entire week. Next time you can DM me on IG, we can get that out. I don't want you to be mad for that long. Now, with regards to you having a blonde wig, I didn't address you directly because I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about an archetype, which is to say that our woman is so lost that she imitates the racial features of another group. It's really an embarrassment. And that's why we have to get you guys under control. You cannot be Black while wearing the racial features of Europeans. You're a Negropean, and it's bad. And that's why I have to address it. Now, I didn't talk directly to you because you don't matter. You see, you're representing something that is very common. So I spoke to the behavior. I wasn't there to insult you, but clearly you took it personally. And it was not intended because you're lost. We can't fix you. But what we can do is we can deal with the young women and teach them that you are so extraordinary as a Black human being that you can do something no other woman can do. When your hair grows, it grows up toward the sun with life. It doesn't fall dead and dangle down like the Caucasians. You can do something no other woman can do, yet you choose to imitate them as though they are your superior. Who are they to imitate? No one. So when you defend the fact that you would like to damage your hair with heating treatments or with chemicals, no, I don't think it's good that you use those toxic chemicals. And I'm going to tell you to love yourself. And it's with the love that I give you that you react with anger, holding on to what has been pushed into you through colonialism and enslavement. And that's why you.
First of all, I hate the facial reactions that she's making because we all know she's trolling and she does this all the time. It's like a patronizing, disrespectful kind of thing she does when men are speaking. She makes all those weird faces to pretend like as if she's listening, but she's waiting to respond. She disrespects men so bad, but I'm glad the saint is cooking her.
Rage against me. You're the best example of an unruly, angry Black woman who rages against the very man that she says she wants to protect her and lead her.
Oh,
now,
God.
there's that piece. Now, I'm going to carry on to address your piece about culture. You mentioned xenophobic. Would you define that word real quick?
She's not going to do it.
You got the definition, darling. Continue.
See?
I just asked you politely.
No, I won't do labor for you. You can do it.
You just used the.
I knew she wasn't going to define it. When she loses in an argument, that's what they do. Oh, you got it. Oh, no. It's that. Oh, my God. It's so annoying. It blows my head up.
Word. I just want to make sure we have a similar understanding. Would you mind defining xenophobic?
She's not going to do
I'm
it.
asking a word that you used. I'm just asking you to define it so we can make sure we're having the same conversation.
You can define it for yourself.
I see. So this is the immaturity. Yeah. And this is the unruly nature. Yes. We're supposed to be having a conversation. Just to make sure that we're having the same conversation, I asked you to define the word because I had an eerie feeling that perhaps you misuse the word or misunderstand the word. And if that's the case, then that's why you would misunderstand what I'm saying.
How about you define it? Let's see.
One second. When you confront me with so much anger and viciousness,
trying to do?
No, you interrupted.
You're not confident enough to define the words that you use.
While I was talking, so I made sure you understood.
You're interrupting right now. May I complete a sentence?
No, I'm just pointing out the.
May I complete a sentence? Thank you. I'm just pointing out that you're so confident, yet not confident enough to define a word that you used. And this is a clear expose. You sat there, you saw me on the panel. You're like, I'm gonna get my revenge because he mentioned Black women wearing white women's hair. I mean, that's not even the current topic. So already we see that you're engaged on something else. But I like this topic because this is an important thing to deal with. And we have to deal with the fact that a lot of you behave like animals, and no, I won't stand for it. And I'll continue saying exactly what I said, and I mean every bit of it. And you're a lost female, and are you married? Are you married to the father of your child?
She's not gonna say it.
Oh, you think I'm gonna answer your questions about my personal life?
I'll answer the same question. The reason you won't answer it is due to shame. My grandmother always said, when you feel ashamed, you have to hide. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. If you ask me, Marquette, are you with the mother? Are you with the mother of your children? I'm just asking you politely. You can say yes or no.
She's not going to answer because she already lost the debate. Sure. Well, there was not even no debate because she's just been disrespectful the whole time. She brought up something that they talked about in the previous episode, but she was still butthurt, and then she tried to come for him because she's used to bullying men on this panel. I don't know if you guys know. And I think the issue is when they get degrees and make some money, the disrespect comes. And some of you guys in the comments always talk about, oh no, no man is ever gonna want her. She looks good. Now, maybe filter, maybe some makeup, whatever it is, but she, conventionally attractive black woman. So she's always gonna have plenty of men who want her. But I think the issue is no man has ever stood up to her. That's why she can talk the way she talks. That's why she can disrespect men the way she, or maybe even the mother, her mother, she didn't see her mother respecting her father. So it's a whole bunch of things. But imagine going home to this. Now, some men will be okay with, being with her because that's all they know. That's what their mother, that's the type of character the mother had. So that's all they know. They don't know nothing better, but she's a lot.
You can
So
say yes or
anyways,
no.
let me make myself very, very clear.
Why won't
Right?
you answer the question?
Someone
Are you
intends
ashamed?
when
Are you
someone
ashamed?
intends when someone intends
You're ashamed. That's a pity.
disrespect to a point to where they quite literally paused their substream of our mainstream while they were supposed to be listening to the white woman being anti-black to speak about the wig, so no chemicals involved. I had on my head for 10 minutes of your stream to the point where you did not even finish streaming because you went into speaking about every single aboriginals and all the archetypes of people with blonde hair and how black
Are you
women
with the father of your
shaming
child?
and all of this and that.
Are you with the
I
father
would
of your
say that you
child?
were a little bit triggered by the fact that I was wearing a blonde wig, sir.
Are you with the
What I'm
father of your
triggered about
child?
when you want to speak about prioritizing and
I want to
actually
speak about the
fighting
black
for,
family.
let's
Are you
talk
with the
about
father
the
of your
fact that you're
child?
wearing a Peter Miller knockoff
Wigs are not important. Are you with the father of your
a
child?
leather tufted couch to try to
Oh,
act
she's a
like you are
Are
the
tough
you with,
man.
rich
this is not a
elite
couch, this
version
is
of
a
a
chair.
white man, and you
Are
want
you
to
the
talk to
father of,
me
are you
about
with the father of your
prioritizing and
child?
idolizing white culture, sir.
Here's a funny thing.
Every
You're
time
talking
you
about my chair. You're talking about
what
I'm
I want
bald.
to
That's
tell you
cool.
is when you
But the
live
most important thing is
blessed
family. Are
because
you
you
with the
don't
father of
have
your
hair on your
child?
head. You
I
don't
can
have hair
change
on your head.
chairs. I can change
I have
chairs.
more hair
Are
than
you with
your
the father of your
entire
child?
your entire bloodline, all your children and your wife combined. I have
Are
more
you
hair
with
than
the father of your
and what I
Why?
child?
want to tell you is next time you want to come for me, make
You
sure you
don't have, I'm
understand
not
who you're
coming for you. Just calm
you
down. Are you with
paused
the
your
father of your
stream
child?
for 10 minutes
Are
to
you with
speak
the
just
father of
about
your
me and
child?
my hair.
Are you with
You
the father of
spent
your
more
child?
time and money speaking about my hair than it
Are you with the father of your
costs, right?
child? That's all I'm
She's not
Let
gonna
me
asking.
go ahead
answer.
and say this.
Why won't you just say
If
simply yes or
you
no?
your
Why are you so
intellectual
ashamed?
labor on your own,
I'll answer any question that you
answer
ask me.
the
Can
word,
we be honest here? You're
define the
ashamed.
word xenophobia on your
You're
own
ashamed.
by yourself.
You don't care about
And
any of
you
the things you said.
prove
You don't
Cody,
care
She
about
likes
me
to
being
hear
bald. You
soft
don't care
talk.
about
it's
my
Saint,
couch.
Saint and Pretty, if y'all don't mind, right? We
Just
just want to
answer.
move.
She likes to hear her soft talk, man. And she's talking about him being bald. I mean, I'm bald too. She probably would come for me for being bald. She probably would come for my accent too. But if we're gonna be honest, if I grew out my hair, it would literally look like hers because you can literally see the forehead right here. But I don't want to get personal. But she went personal with him. That's why I'm mentioning it. But yeah,
Move it forward, right? So I think that question won't be answered, Saint. But
yeah, she's
if
not gonna
I
answer.
read the definition of xenophobia, can you respond to that and then get a response to true?
No, sir. I'll tell you why. Because you're
Okay.
not the one who used the word xenophobia. She's the one who used the word xenophobia. And if we're being honest here, if someone uses a word and a person engaging in dialogue
They
says
should
define the
defend it.
word, is completely valid.
Shit,
Because that's I'm making an effort to understand you, but it's in her anger that she refuses to define the very word
It's
that
the
she used.
disrespect.
And
Look
what
at
I'm
her.
explaining to her is that the behavior I'm observing from her is that of an unruly black woman, and it does
That's
not
what it
come
is.
from this
You're an
conversation. It
unruly
comes.
black
Why are
man.
you
Get in
interrupting,
order.
ma'am? Calm
Hey,
Look
down.
at her
Pretty,
face.
let him just finish, and then
Wow.
you
Look
can
at
give
her
your
facial
unadulterated
reactions.
response, and then we gotta move
So
forward.
angry, so angry, so
Look at her.
very
Saint,
angry.
just condense it real quick.
The disrespect, man. Oh my god. So a man's supposed to respect this and protect this. Look at Boy. Even Boy is surprised. Now, obviously, Boy is a feminist, so I wouldn't be surprised if she's on Pretty's. I even feel bad saying that, but that's her name right here. I wouldn't be surprised if she agrees with everything she's saying. Look at Boy's face. This one, look at her. I like Lucky. Lucky is like, whenever this is done. I've actually had a back and forth with Lucky on Ali's channel. She's a nice and respectful woman. Pretty too. Anyway, shout out to Lapif, man. Link down below. Shout out to Saint for disciplining an unruly black woman. All right, let's go next to Ashley.
Okay. I have two questions. One is I get the attention. I come into the places, I get the attention. I'm talkative. I'm not scared to talk. I can have a conversation. I can even break the ice if I wanted to. But for some reason, I don't enjoy when I'm in a restaurant and I don't see anybody trying to invite me or to pay for my bill. I don't enjoy my time there.
Why should
For
they?
some reason, I come into the places expecting somebody to be, and I don't get to enjoy my time when I have to go out. Because I know you have to go out and invest. You have to go to nice places and invest. You have to come there without the desperation of being taken care of. You know?
Why should they?
So I'm trying to deal with that. I'm not happy when I have to, because I know I get the attention and I know people like me, but I don't enjoy being out and spending spending my own money.
So
The
what places
delusion.
do you go to, Cesar, where you don't spend your own money? So
Restaurants.
guaranteed, huh?
Restaurants. When I go out to have dinner, I go to and I go expecting, because I know I go because I believe I'm so nice and I believe I'm so this that I'm expecting somebody to say, "Oh, don't bring the bill to her.
This is
Just
crazy.
it's on me." And when and I don't and I feel there's something wrong when it doesn't happen.
Okay, so this is what you do. You go back at the same time of day, the same place and same time of day. So whatever time you typically go and the guys are always there, there's a crowd of guys, then you go that hour.
Okay. So you're telling me that I have to try different times and times of the day and days. That's what you're saying.
Yes, but once you figure out the time and day, you go back at that same time and day.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's when they show up and that's when they pay.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. There's another consultation I have. There's another question I have. I'm very easy to talk.
Before she goes on, are men out here just paying bills, restaurant bills, food bills, drinks bills for random women in restaurants? So you're telling me the men out here, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but the way she speaks about it, it's as if it's something men do on the regular. Now she's surprised that men don't do it? Or is she delusional? She thinks she's too pretty and men are just dishing out money. I'm confused.
I'm very nice, and but for some reason I cannot tell somebody that I have to move on. So this happened to me. I went to this place to have lunch on a Sunday. It was crowded. I was at the bar. I was eating, right? And some guy, it was somebody, it was nice. He came to my side. He started speaking to me. I was polite, right? But for some reason, I was not able to get out of that conversation. He's the type of person, so when somebody is all over you and they don't let you, I was trying to look around and let him know nicely that I'm not interested, but I was not able to say it. So for some reason, it takes so much of me that I'm not able to get out of conversations, because you don't have to stay with the first person that approaches you, right?
She's
For some
confused.
reason, I wasn't able to get out of that conversation. He was so evolving. I ended up.
Well, this is how I see it. If you don't find initial attraction when he first came over, right? Because I feel even women know in the first 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds. If there's no attraction, then you tell him, "Oh, I'm actually here waiting on a friend, or I'm waiting on someone."
Okay.
What did you need? Okay, yeah, blah blah blah. Then he has to go. He knows to keep it quick.
Okay.
But I feel like you know that. You seem like a pro to me. You seem like you know. You go out a lot.
She's
you
confused.
talk to guys. Like,
I'm not
girl,
sure of them. I'm not scared of them.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's why I feel like you know what you're doing
Yeah.
very well. This is what you do, actually.
Yeah.
So if you came up here, you know, to go viral, let's do it. But a pro up here, mama. Come on now.
She's confused. In the first minute, she complained that men don't approach her to pay her bills because that's what men are supposed to do, pay bills for random women, for strange women they have no idea who they are, who did nothing in their life to benefit from. And now she's complaining that when men approach her and she doesn't like them, she doesn't know how to tell them no. So she's hoping that some rich billionaire just approaches her and she will like him. What the fuck is going on? And this is why men are saying, why should I? This is why men stop approaching women, honestly. This is a part of the problem. On one hand, the women complain, men are not approaching us anymore, men are not men anymore. On the second hand, they are complaining, men are approaching them and they don't know how to stay away from them, or men are creepy, I'm just out here with my friends, I don't want men to approach me, because those are things they say on TikTok. So men are saying, this is stupid, this is dumb. I'm not approaching a strange woman who already, in her mind, she already expects you to pay her bill. For what reason?
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
I'm good. Like I know how to build, because I speak my mind and I know how to get them to do things for me what I want, because I'm not afraid to ask for what I want.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm loyal to myself. I'm loyal to myself.
Selfish.
I live close to all the nice I'm blessed to live in the city, very close to all the nice places, but
You have no
I don't
man
go there as often as I should. I know
because
that.
it's expensive.
Okay, how come?
Because she gotta pay her own bill.
Because you're comfortable. The money's coming in.
Gracias a Dios.
That's why. That's what it is. There's no motivation. In the beginning, yes, I had to hustle. Now, not no more. No.
Actually, I want to get to the next. I want to get to the next level. I know
The billionaire level.
know there's this level that I can
Yeah,
get.
so it's time to get from. You know how to deal with those men already. Those men who are on those level at those restaurants.
Okay.
It's time to get to the next. Enough with the peanuts and the guys with the chains and the Rolexes. Next.
My God.
Next.
Wow.
Yeah, you already know that game. Next. You're scared of the other guys. You're not ready for that.
Probably. Do I need to wear my expensive things, or I keep it simple?
Simple. If you know, you know.
Okay.
That should be. If you know, classy.
Okay. Understood.
Classy. They shouldn't know. They shouldn't read you. They shouldn't be able to clock you, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
See exactly. You know what I'm talking about.
Don't
get.
I mean, I have nothing against Ashley, but until Ashley tells these women what men want internally from a woman, I mean, the beauty is there. I'm not going to say nothing about the Latina. I mean, she looks, I think any man would approach her. But I can guarantee you enough men have approached her, but she hasn't been able to keep them. And that's why she's complaining that rich men are not approaching her to pay her bill when she goes to a restaurant. So if you can't keep rich men around you, so there's something else you should work on apart from how to dress. And I think that's where Ashley goes wrong. Or maybe she doesn't, Ashley just wants to keep all the rich men to herself. This is Ashley, because she teaches these women how to find the rich men, how to attract them, but she never teaches them how to keep those men. And that's why, they get a rich man, he claps cheeks, gives them a couple dollars, and then they move on to the next one. Until Ashley teaches these women how to keep a man rather than just how to attract him, it's going to be the same cycle, because they bring no value to a rich man's life, even if they want a rich man.
Clockable. Be beautiful, but not clockable.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Ashley. I love your channel.
You're welcome, gorgeous.
I'll be here in the live watching you, okay?
Thank you, darling. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, Ashley needs to do something different. because it's not helping these women out whenever she just tells them, oh, change the way you dress or change the places you go to. Because if those things worked, they wouldn't be coming on a channel. They attract the men, but they can't keep them. So if they can't get the rich men, they might as well settle with with Boogie. I mean, I can just take her to Wendy's and get a 444, and we're calling. I'll buy her all the flowers because the rich men are not gonna buy flowers. Let's see the next person shares on.
Say, hey,
Hi, Judy. Welcome in.
how are you?
I'm good. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes.
All right. What brings you up?
So, I just got a quick question. So, I work at a hospital. So, it's like, good career men there. Like, what advice would you give on something like that?
I don't know. If I'm gonna be honest, I think hospital men are equivalent to military men. And what I mean,
And I haven't heard good things about military men either.
right. It's the same thing. Military men and hospital men, meaning the doctors and the nurses got hundreds of options, and there's always a new nurse coming in, a new somebody. Yeah, I guess for fun if you want to, but I wouldn't where you sleep.
Okay, what area? So I'm in like the Detroit, Michigan area. So, what you think about something like that? Like, just like try upscale restaurant during happy hour or something like that?
Yeah, you can do that, but you also need to go to events. Are there events in Detroit? Like what type of events are going on outside of just going to the bar or happy hour? You can do happy hour. You will meet guys there. But outside of happy hour, what events are coming up for the holidays? There should be holiday parties, different things like that.
I gotta find some events. I don't go outside much.
Oh, see? Okay, so
Yeah,
we gotta get out. That's why you just want the guys at work.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I do gotta get out. I said I was gonna start getting out too.
And here's the thing, if you date a guy in the hospital, what if that doesn't work out? Now you got all your tea, all your business, and men could be chatty patties.
Yes, they can. Because I've been slowly changing my look. Because I've been trying to dress more modest. I gave up the crop tops and things like that. So I've been changing my look. So I want to attract different, like more career driven men, not.
Yeah, you gotta work on the energy because you still got some edge, some Detroit edge.
Okay, work on the energy.
Yeah.
Like what? Like more calm or?
Yeah, a little bit
Duh.
more calm. Working on the lingo a little bit.
She has those crazy
Okay.
eyes too.
I got a lingo?
You like a hustler, a D-boy. That's the vibe it gives.
Okay, so work on talk.
No, go ahead.
We're gonna talk more small, soft.
Yes, they said
I agree with that.
softer, more feminine. Yes, slowing down a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, see, and this is why I said Ashley does a disservice to these women. You may talk all feminine you want, but if your actions are not feminine, because you can't fake femininity. I don't know who told these ladies that femininity and submissiveness is something you switch on and switch off. You can't turn it off and turn it on, because eventually the real you is gonna show up. After the first date and you guys get to know each other more, the man is gonna find out, oh my God, she has such weird energy, because energy shows. Eventually, you can speak nicely and softly all you want, but if you a masculine woman is gonna show off eventually. So I think Ashley needs to tell these women to be feminine and submissive for real, not just fake it by talking.
Okay, slowing down. Yes, slowing down, being softer. They said work on your expressions.
Okay.
Okay.
I like her eyes though. She got good eyes.
Okay. And go to the where is it in Detroit for all my people in Detroit, men and women? Where do the people in Detroit go? When you want to meet quality people, where do you go in Detroit? Or do you go other places?
Men are just tired.
Where do
Men
you
are
go
not
within
approaching
Detroit?
anymore.
I'm asking the chat.
Right.
Downtown.
Let me know. Because I was thinking about New York, like try out there, like.
Yes, you could do New York or Texas.
I lived in Houston for like a year.
Okay, how did that go?
It wasn't good, but I don't think I want like country. I want like more so city, if that makes sense.
Okay, okay, yeah. So I say New York for sure. You'll
Yeah.
find someone your speed in New York. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm definitely
So New York men are the ones who want masculine women? Because I know the women in New York are pretty masculine and tomboyish. So is that how it works? New York men are the ones who like masculine women? I didn't know that. But also, I think the reason Ashley Zori is talking about women should go out, because that's like the number one advice she gives to these women. Oh, get off the dating apps, go out and meet men. She's assuming that men are out here just approaching women. And clearly the men are not really approaching like that, because men don't want to go viral on TikTok, because these women, if a woman doesn't like you, women claim men should approach them, but if she doesn't like you, she's going to pull out her phone and she's going to record you without you knowing and get you viral on TikTok. Oh, look at all these men approaching me. So men have decided no approaching. Also, the moment you approach her, she expects you to pay her bills right on that same day. So men are saying no approaching. So until these women realize they need to bring something to the table, it doesn't have to be money for a man to, because they can't even be feminine, but they expect to just attract, rich men. And it's not enough rich men to go around. That's something also Ashley doesn't tell them.
work on what you say. So I'm gonna I seen somebody take an elegant class. I gotta find one. I don't really see too many of them classes.
I don't think New York will eat her up. I think New York and Detroit is kind of the same.
Yeah.
vibe. Like if I'm thinking Harlem, Brooklyn, yeah, sure, yes, for sure. They said Toastmasters. Oh, Chicago.
That's in
What about
Detroit?
Chicago? What about Chicago?
Oh, I've been to Chicago like once or twice. I never really met somebody out there in
Yes,
Chicago.
Chicago.
I'm gonna have to try. Okay. I'm gonna have to visit there often. Chicago like 4 hours away too, driving distance.
Yeah, but you have to go. I feel like a lot of you girls, y'all come up here and say y'all gonna do it, and then y'all stay in the house all day. Go.
Because men are not approaching.
No, I'm trying to get out the house. No, I'm gonna do it. Cause I went shopping. Trying to change my wardrobe. I want to dress in more like looser clothes a little bit. I'm tired of just wearing like legs. I be seeing people like when I was trying to get some ideas off TikTok, like they be wearing like trousers pants, if I'm saying it right, like more so dress pants, like to go run errands instead of wearing leggings to go run errands because it looks more polished.
Yes, I like that. So a nice pair of trousers and maybe a fitted turtleneck and a nice cropped coat. You can do that.
No turtleneck. I don't like turtlenecks. Maybe like a V-neck shirt or something like that. I don't like turtlenecks.
Okay, I said turtleneck because
On
it's
me.
getting cold. It's getting cold.
Yeah. It is getting cold, but still.
I mean, this is a good-looking woman, nice smile. But if she can't attract rich men, because I don't know if you guys know, these women come to Ashley's channel to find out how to attract rich men. They're not coming to her channel to find out how to attract Boogie, because I can assure you she has 10 boogies in her phone, but because she leaves them on, she leaves them on seen and read, whatever the fuck it is. She doesn't respond to those kinds of men because those men are not trying to pay her bills. If you think this woman is going to spend money on changing her wardrobe and then go out, because not every time she goes out, it's a guarantee she's going to find a rich man to approach her. The reason they also don't like to go out, number one, men are not approaching like that. But number two, they have to invest in going to a restaurant, ordering something and paying it for themselves, being there by themselves, and hoping a man approaches them, but now they have to pay for the bill. And they have to do that 10 times. So you know how a man has to approach almost 10 women to get one woman to say yes? Sometimes a man has to approach 20 women for one of them to say yes. These women the equivalent is of a woman going out on multiple dates by herself, in multiple places, multiple times, hoping a man approaches her. That's the investment women make. So that means she's teaching women to invest by going out, ordering dinner, even if they don't want to go out, but go out and make it like a trap, put themselves in places where rich men go, hoping at least one rich man approaches them. And they have to like the rich man. It's not a guarantee that every man who approaches her, even if he's rich, she's going to like him. Unless she finds out he's really, really making money, then she may just deal with it. And they're not willing to invest the way men invest. So, I mean, tough times.
I gotta figure it out. But I'm definitely gonna take your advice though. I gotta get out more.
All right, Dama. Well, keep us posted. Let us know how it goes.
It's not going to go anywhere.
Thank you so
It's not going to go anywhere. 5 years from now, it's going to be the same. Until she learns what men want and how she can bring value to a man's life, it's going to be the same revolving door. But remember, as she gets older, the younger women take her place. Because those rich older men, because I'm sure she doesn't want men her age. She wants older men who are usually richer than the men her age. Those older men are going to want the women who are younger. So it's going to be the same cycle. Anyway, shout out to Ashley. I mean, she looks good, but the advice she gives to women doesn't work. Let's go to the next video. 8 at the table. Okay.
I was going through a hard time. Like, seriously, it was a bad time for me.
Why were you dating?
Why was I dating?
Or were
Because-
you dating already and then you had bad times?
No, yeah, I was dating, but
okay.
but why was I dating? Because I was still an amazing man.
And the only reason I asked that was because I feel like a lot of times, and this is for men and women, when you are not in a like stable place, like for yourself, like why are you?
I don't believe in that. And the reason I don't believe in that.
Can I?
Sure, I'm sorry.
I just don't believe that you should be worried about dating. Your first priority should be like getting to a safe space for yourself.
Okay, let's
that can bleed
let's
into
give
your
clarity. Let's give clarity.
Can you do it? Can't you
Hold
do it
on,
at the
hold
same
on.
time?
No, I don't.
Let's give clarity.
I actually don't.
Let's give clarity. My monthly bills are $10,000 a month. I've always been able to cover my monthly bills. My broke is not everybody's.
Right. Agree.
That's number one. That's number one.
Saying that for
Okay.
years.
Now, for me, I would rather deal with a woman when I'm going through hard times to know if it's real or not. To
Exactly.
me. And 3 years later, that is why I'm with my partner. Because
But
it
your
was,
hard times ain't the same as other people's hard times.
that's not necessarily.
It doesn't
You
matter.
probably could still do the nice dinners and
No,
stuff.
that's not necessarily true. Because once again, if all I can pay is the bills, then we still scrape.
Yeah, but you got a nice crib. Sometimes
It doesn't
matter.
I'm just
But
joking.
you also have a woman that can like pick up the slack.
Yeah, but you ask him why is he dating?
But
he's
you
talking
asked
about
me,
himself.
why am I
Yeah,
dating?
why is he dating?
I'm dating because the woman I want is here for me.
Wait, okay, so I get what you're saying, but in my opinion, if you can meet your bills, I
that's not
think
that
I think that's fine. What I'm saying is that if you are in a place where you don't have security or the basics, which is food, shelter, like all of like the
What about
the necessities.
you know, women to tell you if you can't afford to go out on a date or two a month, then you shouldn't be dating.
That's why
You
women say
understand?
yes.
But for me, no, I'm sorry. I'd rather deal with someone at a time that we got to go through the fire together.
We're talking about two different things though.
No. it's the
Because
same
okay,
thing.
so what you're saying, like I'll give you a perfect example. Right now, like my husband launched a business. I think it's maybe a year and a half ago now. Thank God it has actually done well. And so, and we also now we just launched our new business, right? And so, because we're out of pocket so much, things are tighter. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So I'm not worried about can I go on a date or
But you're
is the mortgage
married.
paid?
Yes.
But
You know, wait, hold
I'm
on.
also married.
But I'm saying like
Yeah.
even still, we could just be partners. And is the mortgage paid? Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say mortgage. Is the rent paid? Are the lights on? Is the gas on? Is there food in the house? I'm talking about necessities.
But y'all,
No.
Your mindset is an anomaly.
because you're already invested in this relationship.
Exactly. She's
But you
married.
guys were moving in together though.
Yes. But at the same time, what I'm saying is hardship. I think all relationships should be.
We going through a hardship right now.
I think I think you don't know what you have until
Sorry,
your
bro.
relationship is tested.
But I also can I just
I'm hey, if you can't pay the rent, you don't need to be
be
dating.
dating.
Period.
I think that certain things are going to bleed into. I think certain things.
Yeah, but there's plenty of men out here who can pay their own rent, but because they can't afford a $500 dinner first date, women say, "Oh, you shouldn't be dating if you cannot take a woman out on Ruth Chris to the Ruth Chris. You shouldn't be dating if all you can afford is Cheesecake Factory." That's what they're telling men. If a man drives a 2008 Toyota Camry, oh, you shouldn't be dating if you have an old car. That's what they're telling men. So why is she acting like as if women are literally not telling men, if you don't make six figures, even if you have no student loan debt, even if you have your own place, even if you have no debt of any sort, even if you have no credit card debt, they're telling men that's the bare minimum. You shouldn't be dating. You should only be dating if you're ready to pay a woman's bills. That's why they tell men every single day.
They're going
Then they should be dating.
Certain
No.
I don't know, man. I just see things differently because I understand that life is peaks and valleys, man.
But
And
how can you afford to date if you can't afford to pay rent?
why does dating cost? Getting to know someone should not cost. Getting to know
Exactly. Does
someone
gas
should
cost?
be according to whatever's going on in your life.
But that's not
Rather
fair
than
because you said
if I'm saying
you said
Mhm.
get with a person that don't want nothing, give her everything. But why talk to somebody
best.
that's going through mad stuff because they want something? So but I
Because
don't want something if I'm going through something.
you
I'm dating.
see potential.
You need to
and
be
see
able to
something there.
quote that again, sir.
Because you see
Why does
potential
dating
and you
cost?
see something there. Yeah, but we were friends for years.
And that is fine, but the thing is, I think you're either like
Purposely not.
yeah,
You don't wanna-
it's something because again, if you are in a precarious situation such that you cannot meet your monthly bills, right? And let's just say you rent, let's just say, so there's no mortgage involved. So you're paying your rent, your lights, your gas, your health insurance, whatever. Like if you are struggling that much and you can't meet your necessities, I'm not saying your wants, your basic necessities. Why are you dating?
So
Because
let me ask you a question.
wait, let me finish.
Mhm.
Because in my mind, shouldn't you be like focusing all your attention on like
your feet?
Repositioning yourself such that you can like
You know what? But you know what's
And this is why when men finally get money, and I mean black men, because I'm sure they're talking about black men and black women. That's why when black men finally get money, they want to have other women. They want to marry women from other races. They want to travel the world and find other women. And these women complain that they don't want to get married to black women. The same black women who didn't want them when they were struggling. She's literally saying the man should only date when he has extra income out here. So you didn't want me when I was struggling. Because what she said that you can't afford rent is not different from, let's say, a doctor, a medical student who's in school for 7 years plus, but is living on student loans. Sometimes they don't have work because medical school is really, tough. So he needs some of that money to pay his own rent. He doesn't have a job. So do you know how many medical students, men, these women pass over because they can't afford to date? In other words, he can't afford to take them out to expensive dinner dates and buying expensive flowers and gifts on Valentine's Day. That's how they judge men. They only want you at the finish line when you have fought the wars on your own, fought the battles, been broke alone. They want you when you have the money to pick them and when they already have a couple kids from other men. Because if she didn't want you when you're 21 and struggling, now you're 35 or 45 and you have all the money and she has 2 kids from 2 extra men. Now she wants you to accept her the way she is.
But
motivate yourself.
Wait. I was just about to say, what's so crazy? Y'all be the first to talk about how a woman brings support. She brings motivation, inspiration, prayer. She can bring a man from the peaks to the valleys.
Exactly.
She can bring. So my question to you is, what is the cost of getting to know someone?
Good question.
From a woman's perspective.
I'll tell you. How much is gas per gallon?
What does that
Thank you.
matter?
Right? Okay.
lost
How
my
much is makeup?
It's gone.
What the fuck?
How much is clothes? Let's just say you own them, but you gotta sell them
You
to the
should have
cleaner.
clothes be already.
Like things cost. Like I don't care what anybody says. In order to date, money is required at a very
Not when you're dealing
minimum.
with the right
It's
person.
because
It's
of
not
women.
true.
I
Gas costs.
I don't.
Ubers cost. Like the train, the bus, everything. It costs at a minimum. And time is valuable. It's actually the most valuable thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand how you can say, like, even if you just go meet in a park, right? How you get there?
Walk.
You know what?
No, but y'all don't. But no. Y'all don't live where you can just.
I can still walk. I leave the house 45 minutes early.
I can't stand you. I
Well,
can't
listen.
stand you.
Well, I think the argument
City
you
bike?
guys have two
You gotta
different
pay for
arguments.
that.
You're
Two
talking
different
about
arguments.
your priorities,
He's talking about
and he's
love.
talking about the ability to date.
Get to know someone.
regardless should be free.
Yeah,
So
I'm
there's
talking
just
about
two
to get to
different
know
Because
conversations.
for them,
No, should. But is it in reality? Is what I'm saying.
That's the difference.
it should be reality, but because women now judge a man based off money, not his character anymore. They believe, oh, a good man is only a good man if he has money and willing to spend it on them. That's the only time they think a man is worth shit. And that's why men are saying, you know what? Okay, I'm broke. You don't want me. Let me focus on myself. But once I get the money, I want all the hoes. Don't tell me nothing. I'm not taking you and your 5 kids. Don't tell me shit.
All depending on who you're dealing with. All depending on who. Listen, let me tell you something. And I will give her all the credit in the world when it comes to the person I am with, because we can go to Long John Steakhouse most times. Babe, let's go.
What steakhouse?
Long John Steakhouse. Babe, let's go to Long John Steakhouse.
Longhorn.
Longhorn.
Long John. That's what
Longhorn. Yeah. Most times it's
Long John.
Listen,
That's
babe,
what I was thinking.
hold on, babe. Let's go to Longhorn Steakhouse, babe. Let's go to McDonald's. Let's go cheap.
love cheesesteak.
Let's go. And listen.
It's over.
And that doesn't mean
Are they giving out free meals?
Wait, and that doesn't mean that we don't go to SDK. We don't go to Brooklyn Chop House. That doesn't mean that.
You guys
What
are
I'm
still having a
saying
separate
is,
conversation.
at the end of the day with her, where it's like, babe, what we doing tonight? What you want to do? Babe, I just want to chill with you. I just want to sit across from
McDonald's
you.
is
Even if
actually
you
pretty
stay,
expensive
And-
fast food. I
and-
ain't gonna lie.
no.
Hold on.
Even if you stay inside,
And
it costs.
And I will say this, and maybe that's why we're together to this day.
What
Because-
propose?
Wait, hold on. Maybe-
And you got
No, but
home, girl.
hold on. And maybe that's why we're together. And maybe that's why we're together to this day, because
Rushing the
We
man.
threw him off.
Kinda.
no,
Because they don't let him
Great to
talk.
me, baby girl.
because
I'm trying to help you
you
right
sound great.
because I give look,
I've been great.
it's not perfect, but it's real,
Okay, but it's the thing. It's
and I can
the
respect it.
real deal.
Wait, but that didn't answer my question.
What?
What I'm saying is that even if you stay in the house and don't leave, because me and my husband hang out at our home all the time. But you know what we got? We got lights. We got gas.
But remember,
We got streaming.
remember he can pay the bills.
Subscription.
He can pay the bills. though.
But what you're proving my point.
It's the difference.
If you have an issue with meeting the necessities at your home, I do not think you should date.
I agree.
Because thank you.
Thank you.
Because wait,
Do you agree?
yeah. Can I finish? But can I?
with true
I,
love?
I know, but can I?
I don't know if I agree.
Wait,
I don't agree.
hold on.
Okay.
But if you would allow me to finish, the
Talk.
point that I'm making is that if you have, matter of fact, let's just say that I wasn't married. You can't invite me to your house and you ain't got no heat. You can't invite me to your house.
Man,
So you only want people to invite you when everything is going well. So what if I just lost my job and I can't afford heat this month? So you're not gonna visit me because I can't afford heat this month? You're not gonna visit me because my power is off this month? Everything is all about money with these women. So why is a man going to date again? because clearly she's going to judge you the moment you lose your money. Because she sees you as the money. If the money goes away, you're nobody to these women. Guys, you got to be careful out here. And to know that she's actually married. If I was her husband, I don't mean to attack her personally, but if I was the husband, I would be scared. Because she's literally saying, if the money goes away tomorrow, if the man went back to zero tomorrow, she's going to leave him. She's going to choose the next man who has the money. That's what she's saying. It's scary because she's a married woman. I don't know if the husband knows who she married, but it's scary out here. Anyway, shout out at 8 at the table. Let's go to the next video. It's crazy. All right. Let's go to Anton Daniels right here.
Breathe and die on is that I believe that any man will do anything and everything for his dream woman. So when I hear about the discourse about people going 50-50 or a man making a woman pay, or even a man inviting a woman in to move in and they're going like 50-50 on the rent or making her pay, that's not his dream woman. That's not his dream woman. Time and time again, I've seen the most stubbornest of men treat their ex-girlfriends one way, and then they meet the girl of their dreams, their wife, their life partner, and they're like, you worry about nothing. I will take care of anything because I will do anything to keep you in my life. So the whole rhetoric of if a man wanted to, he would, but if he couldn't, he won't, meaning that a man might want to do all those things, but doesn't have it in his capacity, but still cares about you. I'm sorry, he just doesn't care about you enough. For the woman of his dreams, a man will move mountains. I've seen it time and time again. I've seen it for myself. So when I hear about all these girls saying like, oh yeah, I promise he has feelings for me, he loves me, or like maybe him getting mixed feelings. No, girl, he just doesn't like you enough. He doesn't love you. Sorry. Because if you were his dream woman, you would have no confusion. Reminder that when a man wants you, there will be no confusion. The hell.
All right. So basically, what she said was that if he's not, and this is also sentiments that's inside of her chat. Let me show the sentiments.
I am.
No, that's not the one.
The hill I'm willing to live, breathe, and die on is that I believe that any man will do anything.
All right. A lot of women in the chat is saying stuff like, if he's not obsessed with you, that's not your husband, so on and so forth. Me giggling when I see my ex-husband Venmo his fiance for food and coffee. Man pays for everything, and I still know I'm not his dream woman. I agree. That's why I don't believe in taxi cab theory or whatever it's called. I think it's coping mechanism for hurt people. Men literally just won't do everything for you unless you are the one, and they know quickly when they find her. Fully agree. My man pays for every single day, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of women are saying that if he's not obsessed with you, that you are not, then that's not your husband, or you are not his dream woman. What do y'all think about that?
I can see where she's going with that. I believe that men are capable of doing whatever it is that they want to do, really and truly. And if they want to take care of you, they will.
What is a dream woman?
That ain't for me to answer.
Erica with a K.
Wow. Wow. I don't get that. I don't understand it. They said if a man, I don't know.
It looks different. Like she don't gotta request nothing. Like you just do it. Like there ain't no like breadcrumbs she gotta throw down. You just do it. Just like we talked about last night before we get off the stream. Like nigga, I don't know. I'm like fucking twisting my mind over what the fuck Valentine's Day looks like.
Okay, let me ask another question. This should be funny. If she was your dream woman today, could she not be your dream woman tomorrow?
Yep.
We need to describe what a dream woman is, because women talk about, oh, if a man will do everything for his dream woman, they forget to talk about what the dream woman looks like. Is she the type of woman who's a good woman to him, listens to him, respects him, doesn't nag him, she's peaceful, she cooks for him, she's submissive, she's feminine? They use the blanket statement, dream woman. Oh, a man will do everything for his dream woman. They forget to mention what the dream woman does for that man. They like to mention that the man didn't do nothing for me, but he's spending money on this woman. They never talk about how they used to annoy the guy. They used to be nagging to him. Let's ask the question: what did you do that made the man not want to do everything for you, but he's doing everything for this woman? The same thing when they break up. A man breaks up with a woman for 5 years, never married, but finds a new woman and proposes in 6 months. Clearly, there's something the new woman was doing that made him propose in 6 months that you refused to do for 5 years, because men are very patient. So what's a dream woman? Let's talk about that.
She can do some fuck nigga shit.
We get fat. Well, is that not a thing?
You can just like women, women can switch up on you like that, nigga. You find new information. You find new information out, nigga, and you out of there.
Hey, this one is for you, Slimmy. R. Hardy says send her $1,000 today just because.
Facts.
Look at Slimmy.
But the thing about it is, the woman that you like, she won't have
Well,
to ask for it.
y'all niggas love being suckers. Pussified sucker ass simp.
You just love her like that, so you think she needs some money real quick for something.
Pussified sucker ass simp. R. Hardy.
$1,000 is not a lot.
Hardy har.
You said $1,000 is not a lot of money?
It's not to walk out the door. Is what I'm saying. So if it's not a lot of money to you, sending $1,000 means nothing.
Yeah,
man, y'all crazy. I ain't sending no bro no $1,000. It's on GP.
Exactly. For what reason?
Man, send them dollars if the Lord compels you to.
Send her $1,000.
Molly, what'd you say?
Feels good.
What'd you say, Molly?
That they need to send them dollars if the Lord compels them to.
For what reason?
Why are you trying to tell these men how to spend their money though? Like I don't understand.
I kid.
What else do men go to work for if they don't want? Like they want to spend it on a woman they like sometime.
On women who
Just
deserve
pay
it.
bills with it all the time.
This shit is pathetic.
Nothing is wrong with being a simp as long as you're not getting used.
Fact.
Everything
But literally, the definition of a simp is a man who's being used.
is wrong with being a simp.
No.
You're always being used.
Exactly.
Man, it's like don't be a pick me, and y'all men love pick me's, right? So why can't we love?
No.
Pick me's don't get used.
Thank you, our streets. I appreciate you.
Yeah, of course, women want a generous man.
I'm
They don't wanna
generous
work
as
for
fuck.
shit.
Some men are generous, but I guess because men most times ain't on the receiving end of it, they can't conceive it. Or if they don't see it from any men in their life, then they can't. It just
Women
just
show
so
generosity in a
unrealistic.
different manner than men does.
Than men do. But
Mhm.
I get Molly said make them pockets hurt. That's crazy. Does
They'll do things for the women they want. So if he ain't doing nothing for you,
you don't like you like
men
that.
are action based. So that's all you need to know. Forget what they're saying. What are they doing?
All right, Slimmy, let me ask you a question.
I said it. Okay. You said what?
I'm gonna ask Slimmy a question.
Then they gonna say
Let's
no.
say, for example, Slimmy, a woman says, "Hey, I want to come and see you today." Right? Do you have availability? You got time? And you say, "Yeah, I got time, and this is probably the only time that I got." And she say, "But I got to call off work. You know what I'm saying? To spend a day with you or whatever." Is that cool?
No.
No.
Don't call off shit.
Don't call
No.
off work to come and see you, Slim.
Hell no. Bitch, you better make some money.
That's crazy.
No, the reason why you shouldn't do it because she will expect you to do the same thing for her. And let's say your job is really important. Let's say you're a doctor or something. Even if you're not a doctor, whatever you're doing for work, as a man, you don't want to take off work just for a woman because eventually it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. I don't know if men know that everything a woman does for you, she's expecting you to do 10 times over. That's why on Valentine's Day and birthdays and Christmas and things like that, women are usually the first ones to buy you a gift. You know why? Because they want you to see the gift and try to overdo yourself. Let's say she buys you sneakers. And you're like, "Hey, baby, thank you for the sneakers. How much were they?" And she's like, "Oh, they were just $250. He expects you to spend at least 2 times that to overdo her on her when it's time for you to buy a gift. Even if she buys you something of $10, she expects you to do more for her. So if a woman takes off time from her work and she tells you, I took off time from work to come see you, she's expecting that when she needs you, and not one time, she doesn't expect you to take off work one time. She expects you to take off work multiple times, because she will already be telling you and reminding you how she took off work from her time. She took off time from her work for you, and she's expecting you to do the same thing 10 times over. So in other words, whatever woman does for you, she expects you to do it 10 times for her. It's a trick. It's a manipulation tactic, if you want to call it that.
So let me be lying. Nigga, you wore a purple jacket for a chick, nigga.
What does that mean? What does that mean? It wasn't just like some random shit. It was for.
He's trying to say you a different kind of simp and sucker. That's what he said.
No, that ain't no simp. Oh, so so everybody's supposed to dress up for a certain day, and I'm a simp because I wore a specific color. This shit is insane.
I'm just telling you,
that's a simp because you wear a color.
I'm just saying what Quentin said.
That's crazy to conflate like that.
I think it was really nice.
Me too. It's crazy to conflate something like that.
What, Kim?
I said I think it was really nice. As I also think that sending women a random $1,000 or $2 or $3 is also really nice. I'm just telling you what Quentin said. He said you were simply a sucker for wearing the color that.
All right, so I'm not gonna ask.
If that's a simp and a sucker, $1,000 is just completely absurd and insane. If just wearing a specific color is a simp, $1,000 is astronomically sensational. Sensational, yes, absolutely.
Sensational is crazy.
$1,000 is astronomically sensational.
For no reason, exactly.
So Slim, what you're basically saying is, I'm not gonna ask you the follow-up question because you already answered the first question the one way. I'm gonna ask Quentin now. Quentin, same question. Are you good with a girl that says, "Hey, listen, is it okay if I call off work in order to come and see you?"
Did she call off work to see me?
Yes.
Don't do it.
Yeah, for sure. All day, I'll tell her to.
Okay,
Oh
cool.
my God.
So, follow-up question. Would you be willing to like be nice and like say, "Hey, listen, here's a few $100 to cover what you would have missed from your
Yeah, I've done that before. Yes, nigga, come over here and bust it down, nigga, and I will give you some money for your time lost, nigga.
That's
Absolutely.
prostitution.
You will never call me a motherfucking simp, nigga. You will never call me a motherfucking simp. You never will.
Paid,
You
nigga.
never will. You never will. You never.
That's pretty much prostitution, if we're gonna be honest. Limi is right. Anyway, man, shout out to Q and Anton Daniels, man. Link down below. Like, subscribe. Peace.